In this video, I'm going to show you how to generate a panorama using Photoshop and your DSLR camera. So I have a folder called Panorama here with a bunch of images that I've taken. Really, the best practice with taking a panorama is just using the same focal length the entire time, so not zooming in or out, and just casually moving your camera around while you're shooting photos in order to capture the full subject. And that can be up, down, side to side. It could be all over the place. It's not like your iPhone's panorama mode where you have to kind of stand in a perfect line and pivot. Rather, it is like a kind of dynamically compositing all of these different images together. So shoot a bunch of images. The more images you have, the longer it'll take to process, but the higher quality your panorama will be. I usually use a kind of low burst fire mode, and I just hold the shutter down and just move my camera. So if you're doing that, you obviously need to be using a fast shutter speed, otherwise you'll have blurry images. And then within Photoshop, here's the end result. This is a quick merge, so I didn't have it composite for me by default, but you've actually seen the composite version of this before, where it will do proper blending and not just be these large kind of blocks. I just had it on these blocks so that it's simpler and a little bit faster for this demonstration. So what we want to do is we want to go File, Automate. We can do this without a project open. I could close out of this, but File, Automate, and I say Photo Merge. And Photo Merge basically means take a bunch of photos and stick them together. Now here's the layout. This is the layout of how you took your pictures. Auto usually works, but perspective would be you're standing still and kind of twisting side to side. Cylindrical is a very particular type of camera. You probably don't have one. Spherical is the same kind of thing. Collage might be closer to what we're doing. And reposition would be if you physically moved throughout the time. So I'm just going to leave it on auto. I'm going to browse for my files, select the first one, and I'll just hold down Shift and select the last one. You can use raw images. You can use JPEGs. JPEGs will process faster and won't really impact your end result, so you might as well use JPEGs. And you'll hit open. They'll load in here, and then you have a bunch of different options: blend images together, vignette removal, geometric distortion, corrections. You can turn these on. Content aware fill transparent areas, meaning if you have blank areas in the sky or in the grass, it'll try and fill those in. And then you hit OK. It's going to process for a while. This took about 20 minutes to do this. So it may take you 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how fast your computer is. And the end result is you're going to have this photo merged version. Now, again, I'm using a collage version where they're very distinct. This is because I needed to do it more quickly. But if you don't use the collage settings, it will properly composite these together and it will blend all these corners and stuff. So that really, like if you look at any photo that you have on like a MacBook or something, like a desktop wallpaper, these are usually from hundreds of photos that have been photo merged together.